Welcome to Tahoe Show TV. My name is Chris Minnis, and today I'm here with bodybuilder Josh Hughes. Welcome to Tahoe Show TV.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. So we'll go over some of the basics, just kicking it off. Tell us about your training and tell us about your competition history. Where are you?
Right now I have no competition history. This will be my first one. The training, I try to do it 6 days a week. The diet part's the hardest part, but the training's easy. I'm just looking forward to the Tahoe show.
Awesome. What made you want to take the leap from a recreational lifter to competitor?
Basically, just being around the group of people that I'm with at the gym. They all did it last year. Well, not all of them, but 4 or 5 of them did the Tahoe show last year, and me and my wife came up, spent the weekend, and watched the show. And that's when decided, you know what, you got to give it a shot. You're only going to do it once, then see where it goes from there.
Awesome. Now you were from Marysville.
Correct.
And so who was in the show last year?
Last year, Kurt Higgins was in it.
He won the
Masters overall, I believe, and I think he placed well in the other ones. I don't remember what he is.
He looked great.
And I know Junior Magnum was in it.
Mm-hmm.
He did pretty well in I believe he was heavyweight last year.
Yeah.
And I think that's all that was actually on the male side, on the bodybuilding side. We had a couple figure competitors also that were in it.
And then the Alpha Bods, they're from Marysville? Or
the Alpha
Kurt
Bods, yep. That's Kurt's little side pet project. We see them quite a bit at the gym. They're just a young group. It's a good way to get someone involved in it. He does a lot of fundraisers to actually pay for their trips rather than have to be 17 years old and try to figure out how to pay for it all yourself.
Yeah, that's fantastic. The Alpha Bods, if you don't know, they're teenage bodybuilders.
Correct.
And it's just it's a great way to keep guys that age focused. You know, you can't do drugs, you can't drink, you got to get all your sleep in when you're a bodybuilder, so there's no messing around. It's a really healthy way for teens to spend their time.
It's a good way to start the lifestyle.
And they're pretty motivating too.
Correct.
Yeah, a lot of energy from those kids.
Inspiration right there.
So you heard Ben Pekalski's guest posing.
Yes, I did. I did see that on the Facebook stuff, and looking forward to seeing him because he looks good. Yeah, he looks real good.
Cover of he's on Flex magazine this month.
Really?
And the competitors are going to have the opportunity to do a posing clinic with him on Friday night.
Yep.
Which is just a fantastic, unheard of opportunity.
Exactly, because there's a lot of little tricks that I'm learning. There's a lot of little tricks that you better figure out.
Speaking of little tricks, you're working with Greg Atoyan, right?
Correct. I started going to see him in January, just because he had basically offered a special, and once you walk through the door with him, you're pretty much hooked. You're going to keep going back. The learning curve that he gives you, it takes years off of it. I'm not exactly a spring chicken, so I don't have the 5 years to mess around with it, and he puts you right on track. You just got to do what he says.
He's great. And if for those of you who don't know, Greg helped co-promote the Tahoe show last year. He was our guest poser last year. And he was my trainer while I was in Tahoe, and he's very inspiring. He's got that little max muscle down there in Rancho, and even though it's this little thing, you come out of there so inspired and sweating and just ready to do it again.
You go down there not knowing what to expect, and you leave there just ready to take on the world every single time you go, and that helps.
So what's the next 12 weeks? What do they look like?
To be honest with you, I really don't know. I go see Greg every other week right now. I will see him every week starting soon, and I just do what he says. He says, do this, and yes, sir, I do this. Yeah, and that's why he's there, is to make my learning curve basically zero. I just do what I'm told.
Awesome. That's all you can do. Well, Josh, thanks so much for coming and seeing us today. And you guys come in, check out Tahoe Show TV. It's www.tahoeshow.com. You'll see lots more of these athlete spotlights, and we'll look forward to seeing you August 25th right here in South Lake Tahoe at Mont Bleu Resort.